Now then, people, and welcome back to the Just Your Football Show. It is Monday, the 11th of July. And first and foremost, let me apologise for being in a vest, but I'm sorry. It's too hot out there for this ginger, so you're going to have a ticket to the gun show. Terrible them, aren't they? Before we get into the video, as always, like the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course, hit that notification bell. 2 videos dropping today. There may be more if more news comes out, of course, but the first one, we are going to talk, I'm sorry to do this again, but we are going to talk about Raphinha, because guess what? It might just be done. Well, not might be. I hold enough trust in the journalists that are reporting this that Raphinha's move to Barcelona is signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours, Stevie Wonder Tactics. Raphinha now feels that the move to Barcelona is imminent. Final verbal proposal agreed. Okay, just over the phone, Victor and Laputa, because that's what we're calling him now. Forget Laporte, is Laputa. I've had a conversation over the phone, and 72 million euros is guaranteed. What that equates to is around about 63 million, 55 million up front, 8 million in add-ons, which is what Leeds United have held out for, and they need props for doing so. Victor, Rads, etc. They could have folded, they haven't. You know, Chelsea have helped us in that. Arsenal have helped us in that. So as much as it pains me to say it through gritted teeth, thank you very much, Chelsea. But it looks like Raphinha is going to get his dream move to Barcelona. And once that official bid comes in through the fax machine, pager, however they do it, probably emails, I don't know, I'm not privy to that information. But once that comes through, it looks like it will be accepted. And Raphinha, who's been pushing for his dream move to Barcelona throughout this window, is going to get that dream move over there. And so is Deco and Laputa, and everyone's going to be happy. And Leeds United are going to be happy too. I'm happy. You know, I think the fee's good. 55 million up front, 8 million in add-ons. We might not see them 8 million, but listen, 55 million in the coffers. And then we can start to make moves on our striker hunt as well, which is the next video will be dropping in a couple of hours. So make sure you like this video. Let's get to 1,000 likes and I'll drop it straight away. But yeah, Barcelona set to win the race over Chelsea and Arsenal. They tabled a bid late last night, equating to 63 million to pick Chelsea to his signature. Of course, they're able to do this because they've received a cash injection from selling them TV rights. And look, he always wanted that move to the new camp, and it looks like it's going to happen. Leeds held out, as I just mentioned a second ago, looking for 55 million up front plus 8 million in add-ons with the initial payment, that 55 million up front. That's the thing. There was a lot of misreporting about 3 installments, etc. They may well have offered that. They offered 50 million plus a 10 million on top, and like 50 million euros plus 10 on top. You know, there was talk of installments, etc. But like I said, props to Leeds. They've held steadfast and said, nah, you know, Chelsea met the valuation of 55 million plus 8 million in add-ons, equating to 63 million. And Barcelona, in order for them to, you know, entertain the move for Raphinha, had to meet that valuation, and they look to have done that. It's very similar to the CDK Leeds United hunt in terms of Leeds have got this bid there, AC Milan have got to meet it. Let's hope that AC Milan don't have the facilities to meet that, you know. But Ben Jacobs, a well-respected journalist who's not missed a beat on this saga really, and tended to get it all right, said, look, I can confirm Leeds and Barcelona have finally, yes, finally, Raphinha has got his move to Barcelona. Pure rock vibes, right? And I'm just happy. That's what I'm saying. I was buzzing last night when this came out because I'm just glad the saga's over. I just want the saga done. And finally, it looks like it is. And like I say, Ben Jacobs confirmed that they'd finally reached the agreement. There was talk, as I said, about 50 million plus 10 million on top. And that was rejected quite some time ago by Leeds United. And the deal is actually worth close to 75 million euros, which works out at 63 million. Furthermore, you know, that them reports of this derisory bid would not have matched Chelsea's bid, you know. And apparently there was a bid from Barcelona that equated to 60 million euros guaranteed, but that was all rejected as well, you know. So props to Victor, props to Leeds United, as I continue saying that they said you need to pay 73 million euros, 63 million in English pounds, and you can make the deal happen. You know, Barca were always confident of getting Raphinha through. But it was only struck last night. Like Ben Jacobs said, you know, there's always been talk of a deal being in place for weeks. That's codswallop. You know, it was agreed last night. We're just waiting for the actual physical bid coming in, however them channels happen. But, you know, like's been said, I think we need to praise the board for holding out and getting their asking point. You know, because let's envisage a situation where Chelsea don't bid, Arsenal don't enter the race, then we could be looking at another Calvin situation where we have to just, you know, reduce the bid in order to let Raphinha move on. But, you know, one of the key things in this is obviously Raphinha gets his dream move. I'm forever in debt to Raphinha because without him this season, we wouldn't be in the Premier League. That's just facts. He was the standout player in what was a poor season. Some people said he checked out. I don't think it couldn't be further from the truth. It showed that the way he celebrated on that final day. He could have easily down tools and they've been relegated, and therefore we would have got, 25 million for him, 25 million for Phillips. These players died for the cause, and thankfully we stayed in the division. So I hold no grudge towards Raphinha. You could argue that Deco has done him a good job because he's got him his dream move. Another agent might have just said, you know what, mate, you're going to have to go to Chelsea. I can't be bothered doing this. But he's managed to do that. As much as it's frustrated me, Deco and Laputa and Barca and all them gadgets, you know, I'm just glad now that the saga's over. And it gets him out of the league as well. Junior Firpo doesn't have to go up against Raphinha. You know, we don't have to see Raphinha in a Chelsea shirt scoring against us, him getting booed and us falling out of love with him. We can actually watch him from afar in the Champions League, and hopefully he goes on to have a smashing career. He has a great World Cup with Brazil. I'll be watching keenly. And look, he deserves to go to the top. And I'm just so glad that the saga's now over. You know, pure rock vibes. Fine. You know, that's what we're saying. And look, I wouldn't like to see him against us. And he goes with my blessing. The Raphinha to Barcelona deal is done. Next 24 to 48 hours, I expect it to be announced. But from me, it's done. Yeah. And we've got them right so far. And you look to the respectable journalists who are bang on the money 9 times out of 10. This one looks like it's done. Now, of course, Laputa might try some mad tactics and, you know, we might not see the actual official bid, but verbally over the blower, it's done. So, yeah. Let's be confident in the fact that Raphinha is a Leeds player no more. We now have money and we can now look to improve the squad. And we need to improve it specifically in the striker position and ideally in the left-back position. There'll be a video dropping very, very soon. Get to 1,000 likes on this and we'll drop it as soon as that happens. And we'll talk about the striker and what's happening with that hunt. Will it be CDK? Will it be Cali Mwendo? Could it be anyone else? I'll let you know a little bit later on. But thanks as always for tuning in and I'll see you in a bit. Peace out. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.